Yeah, it's me, Nintendo. We need another game. We have Pokemon Legends ZA in development. Alright, make it fast. We will release it in 1 year. Okay, so I have been a really big Pokemon fan since the red, blue, green Gen 1 era, alright? And I absolutely have played literally all of the games. Well, except for the latest ones like Pokemon Legends ZA and like Scarlet and Violet and shit, okay? But I'll get to that as to why I did not play that later, okay? And I absolutely loved all of the games, especially the older ones, because not only the story was good, but also the visuals were really good. They stood the test of time. But lately, Pokemon has been slacking off, okay? Their graphics look like shit. The latest games look like PS2 games in 2025. And that's not done. It's a freaking multi-million-dollar company. Game Freak is a freaking multi-million-dollar company. They cannot do it properly. Like, look at this. All of these games until Sword and Shield, I think, yeah, their graphics look acceptable. Their graphics look good. Okay, Sword and Shield's graphics were not like so good. Yes, the wild area was like barren, but still it was something. Okay, their graphics look good. Their graphics look as if they are part of the game. Okay, the part of the character, part of the environment. Okay, but after Sword and Shield, it all fell down. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, and now Pokemon Legends ZA. The graphics or the visuals are getting worse with every game. It's freaking 2025, okay, and Game Freak and Nintendo cannot seem to be able to do this. Alright, seem to be able to fix this. I mean, look at these freaking graphics. Look at all these graphics, okay? The only two good ones are this one and this one. These are the only two good ones. Everything else looks like a freaking PS2 game. Imagine that, a PS2 game in 2025, released by a freaking multi-million-dollar company who earns billions through all of their merchandise, games, trading cards, and all that stuff. And what is their excuse? That it's because of the Nintendo Switch 1's limited hardware. If that is your excuse, then how is this possible? Zelda Breath of the Wild, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Hades, and even Firewatch. So how is this? How are these games looking so good on the Nintendo Switch 1? All of these games are available on the Nintendo Switch 1. How are they looking so good? Especially Zelda. Zelda is a Nintendo title. Zelda is from your own freaking company. How do you do this? Game Freak, Nintendo. How is this possible in like 2025? How is a PS2 game possible in 2025? Tell me. I do not understand this logic. I am really sad. I am genuinely sad because I am literally a big fan of Pokemon, and I'm sad that a franchise or whatever, a fandom that I admire so much, that I love so much, is falling down like this. And this is the reason why I did not buy Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Scarlet and Violet, and I'm not gonna buy Pokemon Legends ZA. And the graphics are not the only thing, but repetitive gameplay, repetitive, I don't know, story, lame ass freaking story. That is also one of the reasons. And Game Freak, you can do this, okay? You can correct this. You can make good games. You can make good looking graphics, okay? You have done this before. Look at this. Look at this. This is your own freaking artwork, okay? Why you can't make the visuals look like this? Why? What is the problem? Why you can't make the visuals look like this? This is simple freaking rendering. This is cell shading. All right. Why you can't do this? Or maybe make it look like Zelda or Genshin Impact or even Dragon Ball or even Hades or even Firewatch. Firewatch is so freaking simple in graphics. They do not have a lot of freaking textures. Why you can't do this? This is all one freaking style. The background are in one style, and the characters are in one style. This is not two different styles, but what you're doing over here is you're combining two different styles together, okay, which do not fit together. The characters are in a different style, and the background is in a different realistic style. Both of these styles do not fit together. Why can't you understand it, Game Freak? The characters look fine. They look very vibrant, okay? But the background, look at this background over here. It looks all dirty. What is this art direction, Game Freak? Look at this. Why do the cities, why do the buildings, why does the background look so bad? Look so bland. Okay, even when there are freaking characters and there is a lot of stuff in the background. Why you can't do something like this? This is so vibrant. This looks really freaking good. Why you can't do something like this? This is done by you yourself. Why you can't translate this in 3D? This is just sad, man. This is sad. This is just freaking sad. Anyways, we are not here for too much ranting. We are here for fixing stuff, okay? As I mentioned before, you can go with an art style like this, or you can go with any of these art styles, all right? Or maybe create your own freaking art style. And this is not limited to the hardware. This does not take the limitations of the hardware. Look at Hades. That is also 3D, okay? Forget about Hades. Look at Zelda. Okay, look at Dragon Ball FireWorks. Okay, look at Firewatch. Okay, these are all 3D games. Still they look so good. Still they look so good. The technology is not the limitation. The art style is where you're wrong, Game Freak and Nintendo. You need to fix your freaking art style. So you can either go something like this, which you have already freaking established, or go with any of these art styles. But to make things simpler, I have corrected two of your screenshots over here. This is your original screenshots, okay? This is your original graphics. And now, this is the paint over that I did, okay? Look at how vibrant these look. So here's a clear comparison between the before and the after, alright? So yeah, look at this. Look at this. These look so freaking vibrant. Why does this and why does this, especially this, why does this look so dirty, so washed out, so bad? I will tell you why. Because your art style is wrong, your colors are wrong. As I said before, you're mixing two different art styles which do not work together. The characters are cartoon, but this is also modeled very stylized, but then it's rendered or shaded in a very realistic manner, which does not translate well. Now what I did was I fixed literally every freaking color out there on both of these screenshots. These dark shadows, okay, the shadows of the stairs, these are all freaking bad, dirty shadows. You do not do shadows like this. Look at these vibrant freaking shadows. Why is there a dark color over here? And look at this now. It is so clean. It looks so freaking clean. Why you can't do something like this? Game Freak, come on. You have the resources. Why is your art direction so freaking bad? Look at the difference between both of them. Jesus freaking Christ. Yes, this style is somewhat similar to what you did in like Pokemon Legends Arceus, and also Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It is similar to these styles, okay, especially the character kind of like shading style, okay, it's similar to that, okay, but then you have to keep that style with the background as well. If you make your backgrounds look like this, look dirty like this, okay, using black shadows and stuff, okay, they are not, it's not gonna look good. Even if you do it in this style, even if you do it in my style, even if you do in whatever style, if you keep the colors wrong, it's gonna look dirty. And you have to keep your lights and shadows and values separate, okay, in a separate freaking family, okay. So for example, look at the tiles over here, okay. They are just one value. They do not have a lot of freaking the dirty kind of like things. They do not have the dirty textures, okay, that you freaking did here, Game Freak. They do not have the dirty textures like this over here. It's just one freaking color. If you really freaking want to add a texture, you just add it like very subtly, like this. Okay, that's it. Keep it in the light family. Keep it in the light family. Oh my god. Look at this. And even in the tiles over here, okay, the ridges between the tiles or the planks or whatever you want to freaking call it, okay. Why are they so dark? The light is falling onto the tiles. So why are the ridges so dark? You can make them lighter like this. The light is falling onto the tiles. You can make lighter light like this, and that will look good. You can make them colorful. That will look good. Why did you make them all black? This is bad color. Even over here, black, all freaking black. The shadows are freaking black and grays. Why? This is bad coloring. This is bad art direction. Compare this to my corrected version. This looks so freaking vibrant and colorful. Even over here, the street, the building, everything looks so freaking washed out. And then look over here, in my corrected version, everything looks freaking colorful. Yes, I bumped up the saturation, but that is not the solution. The saturation is not the solution. The solution is you need to have one freaking art style, okay. You cannot mix two different art styles. You cannot make the background very realistic and then the characters like very cartoonistic. That does not fit together. This background is dirty. The colors are freaking dirty. You do not use black shadows or gray shadows. You use colorful shadows. Do you see the difference, Game Freak and Nintendo? Do you understand where you're going wrong? Jesus freaking Christ, man. So in my honest opinion, what Game Freak needs is a really good color artist, okay, a really good colorist, okay, who understands color, who has a really good art style like this, like a really colorful and really vibrant and really good art style, all right, and a 3D artist who can translate the colorist's art style or colorist, I don't know, art direction into 3D. I created this toon shader, okay, in Blender in like 1 or 2 days, okay. This freaking toon shader, I created this toon shader in Blender myself, all on my own, and I chose these colors all on my own, okay. I created this toon shader to be very flexible. Look at this. I can change the shadow color to whatever color that I wish. I can change the highlight color to whatever color I wish. I can change every freaking color out here. I did this in Blender, all right, and this is very easy, okay. The simplest kind of like toon shader is this. Look at this. So I'm pretty sure Game Freak can do it if they have a really good colorist and someone like a really good 3D artist who can translate the colors into 3D, into the game engine. So that is what you need. You need good art direction, Game Freak. You do not need technology. You do not need powerful hardware. You need art direction. What are these trees, Game Freak? Come on. Who does the trees like this? And what are all of these dirty textures on the ground? Jesus freaking Christ. They look so off when compared to the character. Look at this. What the frick is this? These are all PS2 graphics, man. PS2 graphics. Look at this. Why is there a lot of texture on the ground? And where is the atmospheric perspective? You missed the atmospheric perspective. You missed it in this, in this, in this. You did it right in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or Sun and Moon, okay? But then after like, let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee, You just messed up all of the graphics. Alright, that's it, man. That's it. Well, I would personally say just use these graphics, use this art style to create your in-game visuals, okay? You can just translate this art style into 3D inside your game. This is not even a complicated art style. The only difference between what you're doing in your game and in this is the choice of colors. You need to choose colors properly. So yeah, I hope Game Freak freaking learns something from this video, okay? I am really freaking sad, okay? I'm really freaking sad that my beloved franchise, that the cartoons and the characters and everything else that I love is like falling apart. Alright, so yeah, I really freaking hope Game Freak and Nintendo learn something from this and they fix their freaking art style. Alright, they fix their freaking colors first and foremost, because that is the only thing that they need to fix, because choosing the right colors is going to make their stuff like really good, okay? So yeah, alright, that's about it, man. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, okay? And please subscribe and join the Discord so that you do not miss out on future videos, alright? And yeah, speaking of art, you might want to check out this video right here. Alright, until next time, I will see you later. Goodbye.